What's up, VC? Long time no see. Jimmy here. I've got some new stuff to show you. So let's get started. Jump right in. So let's start with a really cool purchase. This is Henry's Dress, and the name of the album is Bust 'em Green. And for those of you who have not heard of this 90s band Henry's Dress, they're kind of a mixture of like the Ramones. Well, this one's like the Ramones mixed with some Surf Fuzz and Black Tambourine and maybe a little bit of My Bloody Valentine, a little bit of Tiger Trap, and you kind of throw it in a blender and you have Henry's Dress on Slumberland Records. This is a pretty rare record. I think 500 were pressed, I believe, and that's it. It's all analog, 100% analog tape, and it's got a cool insert. Slumberland Records definitely put out some cool bands. Definitely a go-to for me. That's Henry's Dress. Check them out. Next up is band, another 90s. A lot of this stuff I'm going to show you are original 90s. This is Belly, and the name of the album is Star. And this is an original UK pressing. This features Tanya Donnelly from the Throwing Muses and the Breeders. She spent some time with Kim Deal in the Breeders for the first album, Pod. And believe it or not, this album here, even though it's Belly, this was supposed to be the second Breeders album. So the Breeders album that you know called Last Splash, which I'll show you later, that was actually supposed to be this. And Tanya kind of got bored and got sick of waiting for Kim to come around and start recording them, and she said, screw it, I'm gonna put my own record out. And so she called herself Belly, recruited some players, and this is what you have, called Star, and it's actually a great album. It's got some really good hits on it. One was like a top 20 modern rock hit, Feed the Tree. And also Geppetto was a great song off of this, and then Slow Dog is my favorite off of this. So check out Belly. And of course, Breeders. This is an original UK version of Pod. This is Kim Deal's from the Pixies. This is her first solo album, and this was produced by Steve Albini. Great album. And staying on the Breeders theme, these are all Breeders albums. I love the Breeders. I love the Pixies, so of course I love the Breeders. This is titled TK. This is an underrated album. I don't know why this album doesn't get more love, but I love titled TK in the Breeders canon. It's just a great album. The cover's really cool. It's kind of alien-like. But this is a great album. Definitely seek it out. You're gonna pay a little bit for it, but it's totally worth it. It's just so you guys know, the Kim Deal in the Breeders, they only record in analog. Everything is 100% analog. It's analog mastered. It's set to analog tape. There's nothing digital. Right down to the mastering at Abbey Road. So everything is analog. So you cannot go wrong. I mean, these albums sound fantastic on vinyl. And next is my favorite Breeders album. This is another rare UK first press. This is Last Splash. This is definitely my favorite. I like just about every song off of this. There it is. And it comes with a bonus 7-inch. As you can see. You can see that. But this has, of course, Cannonballs on it, but that's not even my favorite song off of this. I like the country song, Driving on 9. It's a fantastic track. Aloha, New Year. There's just so much on this that's great. There's not a dud on this album. And then the last breeders we'll show you today, the last one actually they only have like 4 full lengths, is Mountain Battles. And this one's from 2006. This was the last full length that the breeders released, called Mountain Battles. Another analog, all analog recording. Here we have Jason Faulkner, and this is a great album from the late 90s. If you don't know who he is, this is basically really good 90s power pop. And this is probably my favorite album from him. It's called Can You Still Feel? And this is on black vinyl. Kind of got that jellyfish sound, if you like jellyfish. I'm not sure if I showed this one already, but Velvet Crush. Matthew Sweet kind of helped out this band a little bit and wrote and played on a few songs, but this is definitely Velvet Crush's most popular album and probably my favorite album. I don't know if it's other people's favorites, but I love the cover of this, and the back is so cool. The band there kind of in all their glory. But if you like Matthew Sweet's music, if you like the Creation sound, that's the label this is on. Mix in a little Teenage Fan Club, and you kind of have this Velvet Crush. Great album. You're gonna love these next two. This one, I don't know if anyone really knows about this band, but I do. This is Dylan Fence. Man, this is a great album. This is from, I think this was released in '93. It's called Outside In. And if you're a Teenage Fan Club and a Posies fan, so if you take like Teenage Fan Club and the Posies and you put them together and add a little more distortion, bam, Dylan Fence. You've got to check this band out. Go to YouTube and check out this first track. It's called Collapsis. Man, is that a good song. The whole thing is great. There really isn't a dud on it, but you listen to Collapsis and you're going to go, holy smokes, where has this band been all my life? The first track kind of sounds more like Matthew Sweet than Posies and Teenage Fan Club, but overall, I mean, it's mostly that. But just a great album. It's not easy to find, but when you do find it, you're not going to pay a ton for it because no one really knows about them. It's a Chapel Hill band, but I listened to them back when they first came out in the 90s. They have a few albums that they released, one called Rosemary, this one, and then Living Room Scene, and then they had like an EP, but this is by far their best, and it's released on Mammoth Records. Next up is, I've got 2 versions of this. One here I'm showing now is, of course, my favorite Sonic Youth album, Sister. And this is the band, this is the First Press 2nd edition. And the reason for that is it includes the Disney scene, which they later removed on the 2nd press, but it does not include the back picture here. Forgot the artist of the back picture. I think it starts with an A, his name, Aniston or something like that. But the First Press First Edition includes both pictures, which I have, but it's in the room and it's locked away, and I'm being lazy. So this is the one I play. But this is the First Press 2nd Edition because it's missing that back print, and it's got the barcode. The First Press First Edition has the back print and no barcode. So, but great album, Sister, Sonic Youth, love it. Gotta get it if you don't have it. And I'm not the biggest Sonic Youth fan, I mean, but this album here is just fantastic. Alright, something a little different, some 70s quirky pop. Brian Eno, I'm a huge Brian Eno fan. I don't know who else out there is, I know he's fairly popular, but I love Eno's first 4 albums. Brian Eno's first 4 albums are amazing. I'll show you some more from him on another clip, Warm Jets, Tiger Mountain, this one, the first three are amazing. And then Before and After Science, I think the fourth one is a great album as well. This one here is a 10 out of 10. This is where he starts kind of experimenting with ambient instrumental tracks. Although there's plenty of vocal tracks on here. I think there's 4 or 5 of them that are vocal tracks, and then the other half, about 60% of it is ambient instrumental, but just great. This is a first UK press, and I highly, highly, highly recommend only getting the first UK press. Do not waste your time with any other press besides the Plum label UK press. It's got the blue, I'll show it to you, it's got the blue rim around the island logo. The sound quality is just night and day between this and any other press I've heard, and I've heard a lot of them. That's the one you want, UK press. So it's the first UK press. You're going to pay a little bit for it. You're probably going to pay for a really nice, decent VG Plus copy. You're going to pay $60 to $80, maybe more. But, like I said, it's just totally worth it. The sound is night and day. All right. Next up, we've got some postmodern goodies. I'll go quick here because it's starting to get a little long, and I don't know if I'll be able to post the whole thing. Bauhaus in Flatfield. This is definitely their best, I think. But I think this has been shown a million times here, so we'll leave it at that. This is a great album. If you're not into the church, if you're going to get one album from the church, this is it. It's called Starfish. This is a great album. It has their big hit Under the Milky Way, but really that's not even the best song on here. The best song on here is Destination. It's the first track. Great track. But it's got so many other good songs on here, like Reptile was another single. That's even better than Under the Milky Way in my opinion. So this is a first press. Although I'm looking for a better copy. The sleeve on this is kind of ratty. And then The Cure. Whoops. More records. I'll be right back. Oh, look what we have here, special delivery, another record. But look how this is packed. This is not gonna look good when I take it out of here. Check this package out. This is scary. Not a proper record box. All the corners, every single corner is bent. This is most likely gonna go back. I have a feeling. This is a first press New Order Movement LP in here, which I paid a few bucks for, and the dude sends it like this. Great. So, let's wrap it up. I got a few more things, but this is going long. Big Boys Don't Cry. Boys Don't Cry by The Cure. Great album. This is their first. Not their best, but their first. So I had to own it. But anyways, I'll tell you how how this movement, New Order movement, comes out when I take it out of this box. But it really looks scary. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.